Captain's Log. Hello, I'm Captain Vile. Good on you. You made it a Friday. I don't know about any of you, but I am weirdly tired. Could barely pull myself to record this week's updately thingy, whatever, vlog. Last week's was a little jamble. I got distracted going on a, I don't know, trying to remember something. Not remember something, look up something that I couldn't remember. Spent like 10 minutes. I'm honestly so tempted to go to sleep after recording this, but it's like 7:40 p.m. But like that's, I don't know, that'd be a strange time to go to bed. But I'm just really tired. I don't know. I've been out of class for like 3 weeks because of Christmas break, and I have woken up to my alarm for the first time in a while. My alarm for like 6:50 to 10 or 6:50 to 7:10 a.m. I have 3 all in 10-minute intervals to ensure that I get up. I've woken up after like weeks of noon wake-ups because I don't have anywhere to go. Well, I guess that's not true. I gotta go to work, but that's like a afternoon deal. Oh well. Point is, I've been sleeping late, and now I've woken up early, and like just feel tired. Oh well. I'll just rough it out. But there were some things I wanted to talk about last time that I couldn't due to time constraints. Don't want these to be too long. So First things first is, last week, I got a thin crust pizza for my Friday pizza dinner. Instead of the normal ones I get. Because they always seem to be out of the ones I normally get. And the ones I normally get has just become random. It's irritating. It's a toss-up whenever I walk into that store. With I'll be able to get one I want. Which is very irritating. I'm a creature of habit. I quite like my routines. It's thrown a wrench into it. But whatever. Anywho, I got a thin crust pizza, and it was alright, I guess. Not too much to note. I did mainly want to bring up, because you may think it's a mundane thing. Like, I suppose a weird, it's not really a ritual that I do. I do it for an obvious reason, other than, like, well, I just do it, and I've done it for a while. Because my roommates have given me some puzzling looks as I do it every time. As soon as I pull the pizza out of the oven, I, like, pat it down with 5 or 6 squares of toilet paper, just to soak up the grease, and then I throw those things away. And then I just, like, I just, like, have halved the amount of grease I would have consumed. Because it's mainly the grease that's bad for you. Pizza, like, separately, hey, bread, tomatoes, meat, cheese, those are decent for you. Nutrients and all that, but pizza, no go on that, pal. It's because of the grease. So you pat it down, and you're fine. There was a guy, he wrote some books. I believe he had severe OCD. That's not... Actually, I suppose it is a little relevant, because that's why he ate pizza. Only pizza. He only ate cheese pizza. I believe. I've not looked into it in a while. But that's where I got the idea. Anyway, he only ate cheese pizza for... I don't want to go out and say breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but he ate a lot of cheese pizza, is the point. And he justified this fact by showing how much grease was on the pizza. And yeah, no, he's right. Because it's 5 or 6 squares, and it's fully. I pat them down, and they're like, the first one is transparent with how much grease it is soaked up. It is disturbing. It is interesting just how casually people are with. I'm not gonna be like, oh, you can't eat donuts all day, but I don't know. And I'm one to talk with my I've looked into this. How many calories? What animal caloric intake I'm most similar to? Because let me tell you, it's not the average 2,000 you need a day. I'm kind of the opposite point where man, people are not paying attention to what they put in their bodies. But I'm not putting food in mine. I have a bowl of cereal, peanut butter and honey, sandwich with tea, and dinner, and that's what I eat in just a day. And I don't even know how many calories that is. I would get green apples, but they don't have them in the store near me. The Aldi's near my house. There's a Granny Smith's in the Sainsbury's by my house, but near my house is a term I'm using loosely. And also, it would be like £5, and £5 is what I spend on the other groceries. I really want to. I mean, that adds up over time, man. I would have spent so much money on apples that I'm not spending now. Oh well. I did. I'll get back to my caloric intake compared to animals. I always thought it was similar to that of a rat. However, that was a stupid idea because rats' caloric intake is 30 calories a day, which I was shocked by. I actually think it's 50. Whatever. And then I spent a good maybe 15 minutes just looking up the caloric intake of different animals. Honestly, just because I was curious. Bears are 20,000. But one thing that's interesting, so I typed in rat, I got a snap, just instant, 50 calories. I typed in cat, 100 calories. Bear, 2,000, no, it was 20,000 calories. But I typed in, goblin shark, and the information was not readily available. It just said they may eat 8% of their body weight in a daily hunting thing. What am I supposed to do with that, huh? How do I calculate the caloric intake from weight? What are these scientists doing to have... I understand rats and cats, but bears? Where are you doing that study? Well, you're not doing it for sharks, huh? What, boating gear is too expensive? Your waterproof cameras are more expensive than regular ones? They probably are. Why not just use the waterproof cameras to study the bears? As if it's only one group doing this, and not just marine biologists who are slacking off. Oh well. You know, that's the one thing I might talk about. I did talk about it, I think, whilst playing Dredge. I probably would have liked to be a marine biologist. It seems pretty cool. If I could study sharks, but I don't really know. I'm locked in to be the director or just working in show business. I'm not saying I'm going to succeed and I'll be a big household name movie director with my pirate movie trilogy, an adaptation of the Scythe books. No. But I mean, I'm kind of locked into working in movie sets eventually. Which I'm fine with, I enjoy it. I specifically picked film school. It's my choice, man. But I kind of, like, did that and didn't look into other things because I just made movies as a kid. And a teen. I mainly made stories as a child. As a teen, I made movies. As a teen, I'm 19 right now. Oh well. There was another job I thought I would like to do. Oh! Yeah, engineer. I took engineering and I was decent at it. Engineering and robotics. I wasn't bad at those. I would have liked either, like, in another timeline where you, like, step on a twig and it alerts a deer, and then the deer runs into traffic, and then a family of 4 dies because they hit the deer or whatever. You know, small impact like that. Small impact on the timeline. You would affect it, and Captain Vile wouldn't be... Well, I feel like I would still start a YouTube channel, but I wouldn't be, like, heading towards movies. I would either be a marine biologist who focuses on the study of sharks, mainly deep-sea sharks, or, like, ice, like, Arctic sharks. That's cool as hell. Either that, or an engineer that designs roller coasters or amusement park rides. I would have liked to do that for a living. That seems cool as hell. Probably would have gone with the engineer thing. However, I suck at math. I'm good at drawing though, so I would be able to design, like, come up with some wacky stuff that you can, like, read and see what it's meant to be. Duh. Oh well. You know what I couldn't do if I was that? I couldn't do my aforementioned, like, my ingenious free for a reason short that the exposure was a little buggy on, and I didn't have audio. That was purposeful, but I was rewatching it while editing, and it's a little weird. Well, it has audio, but it doesn't have any natural audio. It was completely mute while editing until I added the music and then the, like, occasional sound effects, which I got the drop sound effects I made myself for a different, entirely personal animation I'm doing for the end of the year bets. That's an interesting, another thing on the channel. The end of the year bets. There's obviously the somewhat known and dismissed regular, everyday Captain Vile wants his fill of risk bets, where I do it's like, oh, TF2 bots are coming back, or hey, what was this one? Maria's gonna get shot on screen in the Sonic movie. No one tell me about that, by the way. I don't want to hear anything. I only want to know if I lost the bet or not. That's all. I should look that up. Maybe I should... I'm not gonna watch it in theaters. I'm way too worried about going home. Ah, yes, that's another thing I should probably talk about. I'm going home for the holidays. I'm taking a break. Do you know how busy I am on day-to-day? I don't get a lot of free time. Now I get 5 days of free time to spend with my family, which I'll use being in my room drawing on my, like, sketch pad I brought. And then being with my family at, like, dinner. Anyway, I'll be taking a week off. Well, 5 days. I've pre-recorded all necessary videos except for one dredge video. But it's Friday. I leave Monday. I got time. I can record it. Is that going on with that? Oh, right. I haven't watched Sonic. It comes out the 21st in UK, where I live, if you didn't know. I don't know. Comes out 21st, but I don't really want to go to the movies. I don't know. Maybe I'll wait for digital release. But do I want to wait 32 days? Why would I really want to watch it? I mean, man, I wouldn't be able to watch that movie in so long. By the time I will have watched it, it would have come out in theaters a year ago. But bump. Yeah, I love that stupid joke. You only get to make it one time a year. At the beginning of the year, and if you're close to the end of the year, if you use it strategically. Oh, I bought some milk. Mundane, but I trust me, it's related. The expiry date is January 2nd. So I can, like, come back. I haven't... that's another annoying thing. Since I'm leaving for 5 days, I can't go to the grocery store and get anything. Because if I do, when I get back, well, I can't buy anything perishable, which is most of what I eat. Well, I can't buy bread and milk, which makes up most of what I eat. Because it'll be bad when I get back, and I wouldn't have been able to eat it, so it'll be a waste of money. Except for milk. Apparently, I have been buying all the old milk. For months. I have bought, like, it's not expired milk, but it's, like, closer to the expiry date than the other milks. Like, I went there and was like, alright, I need milk. I'll just get, like, the half a pint little junior bottle thing to put in my cereal, at least. And I was, like, you know what? I don't know. Maybe I can get a big thing just so I don't have to use the entirety of the little crappy kid's cup. And it's like, oh man, it's the 28th. That's not gonna work. That gets bad the day before I get back from my parents' house. And then I took a step to go towards the awful, disgusting junior cup that no one likes, that I certainly am putting a lot of effort into describing as bad. And it's like, wait a second, January 2nd, this milk and this milk have different expiry dates. And there's 2 different columns of milk, one for new and one for old. And I've always been buying the older one, because it's the first aisle in the milk. My sloth has negated my damn, like, enjoyment of milk. Not really, no, it's as I said, it's not expired. Would I drink expired milk? I have drunk an expired milk, actually. I mean, yeah, that's not that interesting. Most expired I've ever drunken one was, like, was it a week? Hang on. I told my friends about it because it was notable. I didn't throw up, but I certainly felt like I was going to, just looking on the group chat right now. Type in milk. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I didn't specify when, because it was the amount that was the relevant part in me feeling like I was going to vomit up my stomach. I had drinking, like, I was hungry, so I made some cereal. And I just finished it, and then, like, downed the remaining, you know, when you finish all the cereal, but you still got the milk, downed that, and was like, that tasted awful. And I looked, and it was expired. I just drank a bowl of expired milk. So yeah, not great. Oh well, it was years ago. I still remember it. So it's significant in that way. Oh well. Thank you for watching, and goodbye all.
Stay tuned to Gotham FM.